right, hi there. We have here Miss Randy, and all right. So, what services have you been doing, Miss Randy? Go ahead and let me know on the service that you're currently
Okay, I am using the tirzepatide shots weekly, and I have throughout the last year and a half used uh, the the um, steroid for muscle building and appetite suppressant. Currently, I have added the Emsculpt um, machine,
doing.
and that was because I wanted to see more loss in my stomach area, or I should say, more strength in my stomach area. I've been doing weekly, not weekly, what am I saying? Daily half hour weightlifting and cardio videos.
Amazing.
So I've been doing that, but I wanted something more because I, even though I was doing these exercises daily, I wasn't really seeing a change um, in my waist. So that's why I started the M Sculpt.
Right. And then with the M Sculpt, what it is a body contouring device, and it gives you 20,000 abdominal crunches. Let's say if you place it in your abdomen in just 30 minutes. How insane is 20,000?
It's fantastic.
Yes.
It's really helped
So,
me build core.
yes. So, what was your initial thoughts, when you first came across on the M Sculpt versus, on your first session, and then compared to now? What number session are we on right now?
This is session 4.
Session 4.
Yeah,
All right.
um, not including the initial example that we had
Oh,
one weekend.
on the Emsculpt trial bus.
Yes,
Yes. And I think that one was about like 10, 15 minutes or so.
something like that. Yes.
Okay. All right. Good, good. Okay. So from when we first started on the Emsculpt, right, to now, because I know we were chatting, because you are an avid hiker, right? So that is
Yes.
amazing. So go ahead and tell me a little bit about that.
So most of my hiking I like to do associated with geology, and so it's all off trail. Um, and it requires balance and endurance and basically core strength. So that's something that was actually one of the initial reasons that I started um, here at the Replenish Medical Spa, is so that I could um, get back to what I had been before I took a sedentary office job.
Yes, and I remember you mentioned, you're like, man,
Yeah.
I'm at the office, but I want to be more active, right? Because I mean, you're just naturally active, which is great. And and then also, on on the geology side. So last week, right, we had you mentioned you were going to do a hike, and the biggest thing that you noticed, which was on that hike. Okay, so tell me about how steep the hike was. How was that, and when did you like really notice? You're like, hey, I can do this, or hey, I still need more core strength, or what were your
It's
thoughts?
different.
Yes.
Okay, so there's something that I've always wanted to do here living in Nevada, and that is climb up to the rim of Lamoille Canyon and take pictures down in the canyon. And I decided about a month ago that I'm just going to train to be able to do that. So last weekend was my second training hike, and it was also, the first was 1,000 feet elevation. This one was also 1,000 feet elevation, different area, but yeah, when I first started up, you know, I was pleased at how it flowed. I did not have a problem with any of it, actually. Um, I was able to scramble up a very steep hills. Sometimes I did use poles. I decided I was going to do that for going down.
Absolutely.
But what was good is that I could scramble up something that required me to scramble with on using my hands, and I felt perfectly capable and strong enough to do it. So that was wonderful, just
Nice.
wonderful.
Yes,
Yeah.
definitely a lot more of like that core strength, the endurance part too.
Mm-hmm.
When did you realize where during this 1,000 climb, right? 1,000 foot climb. How long did that take you?
That took me about an hour and a half.
Okay, all right, about
Yeah,
an hour and a half. And then when did
hour
you
and a half.
realize, where you were starting to get, tired and winded? Where you were just like, oh man, you know what?
I
I'm
really
feeling
didn't
it now.
start. I didn't start getting tired till I was going down,
Nice.
because um, going down is always harder, and requires more balance and requires that core strength and being able to uh,
I know where your next step will be.
navigate where you want to go, the best route to go, without having to pay attention to, oh, I'm exhausted. I need to get off this hill. No, that's not how it was. So it was really good.
Uh, and you know what? You would think that even like going up the hill would have, going up such a steep grade would have been harder. You're like, nope,
I
it's
was surprised.
yeah,
I
you
was
did so
so surprised.
good.
It wasn't. It wasn't.
Oh, amazing.
Yeah, it's like, at no time did I feel like uh, I needed to turn around. It
Uh-huh.
was great. So,
Yes.
yeah,
Nice. All right. So
yep.
our goal is going to be to get to that Lamoille Rim, right? So how
Hmm.
steep is that?
Um, there are several routes that I could take. I kind of scoped them out on
Okay.
a map. Um, but for the most part, they are about 2,500 feet elevation gain in about a mile to a mile and a half. So that's how steep they are.
All right. And you already started the training sessions at about 1,000.
Yeah.
Okay, that's good. Good.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Good, good. How about, okay, so endurance part, core strength, amazing. How are the inches? What have you noticed? Because I know you've been doing some measurements. So tell me about
Yes.
those measurements. What have
Um,
they been?
okay, so I started measuring in February of this year. I started the terzepatide in April of last year, so I didn't take measurements for the
On the
first bit.
initial.
Yeah,
Dang it.
I know. So let's see. What I have seen the greatest change in is rib measurement here, and that initially started out at 36 inches, and I'm now at 33.
Good.
Um,
Wow.
waist. Here's an odd thing because I have never really had a much of an waist indentation, but I have noticed in this process, and specifically, I think when the Emsculpt, that I do have more of a waist measurement. Um, so that started out at 41, and it's now at 35. So,
Wow.
yeah.
And that's just with that 4 sessions of the M sculpt, right?
Oh,
From
no,
there.
that's overall. Yeah.
Okay.
4 sessions of
Overall.
Emsculpt.
How about on the M sculpt?
Um, it's a difference of only an inch,
Mm-hmm.
but here's the thing. my